talking about evolving reputations. They're iterating in the renown system, but don't let that scare you too much, hopefully. Basically, they said that reps have not changed much since 2005, and there's not much visibility into how rep is earned or what rewards are earned. Most reps have just been the same, 3,000, 6,000, 12,000, 21,000. That's just what it's been for getting rep. And that's been that. Now, for them, Renown has solved a lot of these problems, offering a more streamlined and elegant way for you to get measured and steady progression, laying out goals in a visible track that players can work toward at their own pace. So imagine instead of Venthyr Renown, it's Renown with, say, Centaurs or the Explorers League. So it's basically just replacing Reputation bar with Renown bar. It's doing that, and it means that you can more clearly see the things you're going to get. Maybe they just had a problem where people didn't engage with reps because they just didn't really know they existed. I'm not talking about the WoW head engaging WoW audience, of course. I just mean the general players who just see what the UI shows them or what they bump into in the world.
Who the fuck's who are the avowed? The rep?
Yeah. Big. Yeah. So yeah, there's that. Now I was initially super worried when I saw this, but it was said, earning renown won't necessarily be the same structured weekly quest as with Shadowlands. Please don't do that. Don't time gate just don't, please. Because when it's just getting your essentially free 2 renown points a week with built-in catch-up, it doesn't feel like you're earning shit. So let these just be in the game, fully unlockable from day one as essentially just mega reps. Do that, and players will just feel like they have so much content to dive into, so much gameplay to do. But if it's just, you can get 2 per rep per week, and there's 4 reps, so you can do 8 a week. And then for a player, what that then turns into is, okay, so I have to do my 8 weeklies.
Yep.
And that will feel awful, Blizzard. It will feel so bad. So please don't do that. Open it up. Just let it be a rep that people can just get excited about, go in, and maybe they grind a third of it or something in a weekend. Yeah. Or maybe in a week, whatever. But that's somebody playing your game actively on their own power, at no point ever being presented with a hard reason that the game has told them, stop.
Without ever being
come back next week.
Without ever being controlled or coerced.
Yeah. And to a lot of people, it feels like stretching across billing cycles. I'm not saying Blizzard intend it to be that way as game designers, but that is a customer feel.
Yeah, so I won't mind. Okay, so the ideal version of this, right? I'll set out the ideal version of this, I think, to me. There may be some stuff I'm not thinking about, but I'll use kind of basic terms. But okay, say you've got, we'll use one, say the Tuskar, right? The way to get renown with the Tuskar is, now this is going to be a bit grim, but maybe you've got to fill the bar quest, right?
Yeah.
Repeatable. You can fill that bar through a bunch of world quests that are on a very loose timer and respawn around the place. Because maybe just repeatable like daily quests you can do, where you just farm stuff out, right? You just do whatever helps them specifically. So it's not, go kill a raid boss and get renown with these boys. It has to be go kill the dungeon boss that's their dungeon, or do these world quests situated around them. Kind of like the old emissaries in a way, a little bit.
Hopefully some forms of gameplay a bit more specifically tied into who they are.
Yeah, well, that's what I mean. Like these would be to me, I'm thinking like design world quests around where they are. So it's like, oh, here's 5 Tuskar trying to fend off a horde of Centaur or whatever they fight. You help them in that fight. That's a little bit of your bar up. Maybe because, just like daily quests, the old thing of go get me 25 lumps of food and you go do that, whatever, that fills your bar. You fill the bar up, that gives you a renown. That's repeatable. Maybe the first of a week is faster or something like that.
Yeah.
Something like that to make it feel nice for you to go in and do it, or maybe the first of the day, whatever. You do that all the time, or whenever you want to, as much you want to, depending on do it for half an hour, do it for 6 hours, whatever. That fills up. You keep getting rewards, whatever else. It probably needs to be a relatively slow enough situation to not be finished. And then at every 5 or 10 steps, you get yourself a new story quest for them.
Yeah.
And then that advances their story a little bit. Then you do that for, say, 20 renown. Then the story quest is done. They continue that in the next patch. That's the ideal version of this in my head, where it is just, here's a rep on a bar that you can just do whatever the hell you want, and it has a story attached. Which is, I kind of went around the world to explain that, but fundamentally the experience of it would just be that you can just do it But that's how it would tie into the renown system and be quite nice, where you're capped at 20 renown until the next patch. And then that's when they add more story. As opposed to, oh, you're hard capped at revered or something like that feels annoying. It would be this story would develop along with time. I think that's like the ideal version of this. And I really hope they have at least some of that planned.
Yeah, it's like there's an immediate spooky that it's a Shadowlands thing being carried over, but if it's structured in a different way, it's completely fine. And to be super clear, yes, these are using renown, but you're not locked into one. You can do all of them all the time. So there's none of those issues. It's just a different way of structuring a rep. And yeah, basically, as you said, if it kind of just feels like we get a few mega reps that just feel really good, really in-depth, then good. Could be good.
Yep.
And there's another thing I kind of don't want to bust out unless it's already here, but look, suffice to say, they basically said that they staffed up, and I think this only just came out before stream. They staffed up a world content team that is larger than normal. Yeah. So it sounds like they are going to be able to make more stuff, which certainly would be great for a system like that.
Yep.
To continue then, Transmog, just a little update here. I think this will make a lot of people happy. This does include grey and white quality items. Some of your more kind of civilian-like looks. That's brilliant. I know for some people, they'll be excited they can, say, use the Pandaren starting gear. So there's just quite a few things, and certainly the more humble transmogs, or even situations where you have a transmog where really there's just one or two pieces you wish they could be a bit more simple. I know so many, just so many mogs that try to be a bit more like grounded run into this problem. So I think that's fantastic. Should have done that earlier, but good.
Definitely.